Hello and welcome to a brand new racing, round 3 this time in Abu Dhabi. So without further ado, let's get it started. So you can see here in the qualifying, I finished in P17, and the reason for this is because in the last race I got a lot of penalties, and that means I have to forfeit my qualifying for this race. So not ideal already, so I'm going to start in P17, but let's see what I can do in the race itself. So this is my race strategy: soft, medium, soft, and basically a 0.5 lap worth of extra fuel. Okay, so starting the race in itself, 4 5 lights, and away we go. So a really long pause there, so but a good start, I would say, in the soft tires, of course. So many of them around me mediums. You can see I avoided that car quite aggressively, and here I'm going in the middle line. I get a bang there basically, and here I will show you the replay in a moment, but yeah, really not nice at this point in time already. So I'm basically the Alpha Tauri. You can see them making the left to right movement there in the slow motion. You can see now I'm in the middle there, and I basically get punted by this Aston Martin from behind, and basically from there onwards I'm just a spinning car there. Couldn't do anything else basically from there. So because of this, now fast forwarding a little bit, so I'm basically now catching up. I don't have any damage here, so that's the good thing, but now I'm catching up to the rest of the field. The Aston Martin also apologized already after the race, so no hard feelings there. But now I'm coming up. I've already caught up because the people in front were battling. And so coming into this sequence of corners, you can see now someone starts to lose the wing there, and I basically go in the left here. I go very slow here, you can see, and yeah, basically need to brake. And now a virtual safety car. And now the Ferrari does something funny there. I think his delta was a little bit too low, and he starts to brake here. And basically I couldn't go anywhere, and I was sandwiched between the Haas there, and I basically banged into him, and he banged into the Ferrari. And so he also lost his wing. I also lost my wing. So going in a little bit of a slow-mo there, you can see that I'm going conservatively on the left hand side, and I just basically try to keep inside, and the Ferrari just brakes here, and I couldn't react in time. Same as the Haas, he tried to react, but I banged into him, so he banged into the Ferrari, and the Alpine behind banged into me as well. So unfortunate so far. So now with the damage, fast forwarding a little bit, I have to come into the pits to change my wing, and here I also decided to change to the medium tires, so that's basically what I had to do. And yeah, coming into the end of lap 2, so here a little bit of cold tire and stupidity, I would say, from my side. So coming in here very aggressively, I go in the middle of that curve there, and it's really easy there to spin your car if you go in the middle of that curve there, and that's what happened. I'm really lucky because that place, it's easy to lose your tire, but I went into the wall almost perpendicular to it, so that's why only my wing went off. But yeah, so far I'm not having the best of races so far. Lap number 3, I'm in last position. So, and the car in front has 25 seconds. So let's see how it goes. So throughout the stints that I had before that, I was praying for a safety car to come in, and that basically happened here. So fast forwarding a little bit. So here I decided to come in and change to another medium tires, so that I have a bit more life in my tires. So yeah, basically God gave some answers to me, and because of the safety car, I managed to catch back up. You can see here. Fast forwarding now to lap number 10. So I'm basically really, I even banged the Aston Martin there, but managed to get him in the line, and so now I'm in 15th position. So yeah, so far going into this lap, many people make their errors as well. You can see 4 people there battling, and I'm just trying to keep myself in terms of where I can go. I try to pick this Haas here, basically going into the inside of him, braking as late as I can as well here, so trying not to nudge him, of course, giving him enough space as well. So here as well I try to tuck back in, and then I try to go into the inside of this turn here, this apex, and yeah, basically the Haas is gotten. And now I'm using my ERS a lot here, my battery power. So here as well I brake very late going in the inside of the Alpine, but he managed to go on the outside and basically then claim that corner. But yeah, so tucking back in here, I use my ERS again. No DRS at this point in time, but just using battery. A little bit of a nudge there as well. Yeah, so here just keeping into this part and really braking as late as I could, and going in here and really just giving him not enough of place to go. But yeah, all fair so far. And yeah, now I'm in 13th position. Middle of lap 13 there, so I just basically go in the outside here, following the Aston Martin there. So going into this line, so here even the Aston Martin goes a little bit wide there, so I try to go in the inside here. And here basically is 3 wide almost, you can see left and right there. I'm basically just switching on my ERS deployment, going full scale, and just basically overpowering them, and yeah, so I claimed 2 cars there in this position. So now up to P10, lap 16, now in P9, so lining up my next victim. So here in the Alfa Romeo, so easy ERS pass here basically. So nothing much to do here, then just braking late just to ensure that he doesn't do anything funny, of course. So now P number 8, so lap number 17. So here I'm coming into the back of this another Alfa Romeo there. So here I decided to cut him directly because I needed to come into the pits, and if he came into the pits as well, then he would be behind me. That's why I wanted to make this cut as soon as I could. And yeah, so here fast forwarding a little bit, I'm basically going to come into the pits here. I try to keep as much distance as I can from the car behind me. So here coming into the pits, you can see the Williams, they're going a little bit slower than expected, but yeah, here I'm going into the soft tires now. So for those of you keeping score, this is my 4th pit already, so not ideal, but still so far so good. So lap 24 in 6th position. So now I'm going to pass the P number 5 car there, so switching on my ERS plus DRS assistance, and quite an easy pass at the end of the day. And yeah, just like that, now I'm in P5, already starting my final lap. So all the positions that I did not show in this video, basically it just passes from people going into the pits and stuff like this. So I managed to make some position from there as well. So now I'm going in P5. Here at this point in time, I just wanted to keep in the distance of 3 seconds. You can see I have a penalty there, so because of getting some warnings, that's why I wanted to keep a 3 seconds distance between myself and 6th place guy. So I don't really need to make a move in this Red Bull here, so I'm just basically trying to follow him, mirror him, and get the DRS out of him. That was basically my strategy for even the previous laps here. So a little bit of retrospectives as well while we're doing this. Yeah, a really topsy-turvy race. I would have liked just a normal boring race, to be honest, but it was fun. A lot of cars passing as well, so it kept me on the edge, which I don't usually like, but yeah, it is what it is. It was a fun race. Yeah, so coming up here as well, the second DRS, so just keeping it in distance. I didn't want to attack him too much, just trying to keep the 3 seconds as I mentioned to you. So here you can see that there will be an issue with the Mercedes. You can see that he's going slowly. I think he has a damage there. So here I smell a little bit of opportunity, because if he has a damage, I need to find 3 seconds past him so that I can get ahead of him in the standings at the end of the day. So here you can see Red Bull almost pushes him a little bit, so I also missed the braking point there, and yeah, basically I ran into him. I apologized to the Red Bull after the race, but yeah, I just basically missed my braking point because the Mercedes was a little bit of a deterrent there. But yeah, at this point I just wanted to get 3 seconds here, so I wanted to go as fast as I can, using as much of my ERS as I could at this point. So here the Red Bull as well, going as fast as he could. And yeah, so at the end of the day, I finished in P number 4. And I was also the driver of the day. Yep, so that gave me P number 4. So this is the provisional results. Of course, if there's anything that is, any incidences and penalties that are removed, then maybe the standings would be different. But at this point in time, I'm P number 4. Quite happy so far with my climb up the race from starting in P17. So really happy with that. So race analysis time. You can see from this graph a lot of ups and downs, but yeah, mainly the problems that I had was actually in the starting 2 laps, the first 2 laps where I had the spins and mistakes that I even made, for example. Yeah, so pit 1, VSC1, pit 2, you can see that's where the highest time was found there. And then there was pit 3 during safety car number 1, which is what I changed back to mediums and tried to catch back up to the field. And then the next big peak, or rather actually a smaller peak, was in VSC2. Then pit number 4 to change my mediums to soft. So I had 4 pits, and yeah, that's all the peaks that you can see there as well. My fastest lap came directly after pit number 4 when I changed to soft tire. In terms of the positions, you can see I started in 17th. After the spin I went to 18th, then onwards, like slowly but surely gaining enough positions, and of course obviously that was helped because of the safety car. Otherwise I would still definitely be somewhere in 17th, 18th and around that area. So the safety car really helped me in terms of gaining more positions. And then it's basically just getting a few guys here and there going into the pits. At lap number 18 you can see that's where I dropped back to 12th position, and thereafter basically just passing back all the guys, and from 6th to 5th and basically ending it in 4th. So an enjoyable race. So I get 12 points from this race. Yeah, so I'm in 6th position overall in this tier 3 standings. The next race is in Spa, actually. It's not in Russia. Obviously now with all the things happening, the race was cancelled. I would say, or rather replaced actually. Yeah, this was the decision that our league took in order to yeah, be in solidarity with Ukraine. I don't want to go too much into the politics. I'm sure that many people have their own opinions, and let's not go too much in politics as well. So our next race is not Russia, as you can see in the table there. It will be in Spa, Belgium. So I'm looking forward to that track. I don't really like that track, but I have okay experiences in Spa, so let's see how it would go. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video.